And of course, I'm using black thread for demonstration purposes, but it's a lot nicer if you use a thread that's the same color as your wefted hair. That way you don't see the threads. Okay. At this point, I've stitched through it a couple times, so I'm just going to go back through the weft to get my thread to be on this side. This time I'm not going to go through the clip, I'm just going to go into the weft a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go around my thread loop twice and cinch it down. Cutting the ends, but I'm leaving them pretty loose and pretty long. Separating the ends and give it a couple more knots. And there's your first clip. So when you install them, you simply snap them open, like so. Have these teeth grab the hair like that and snap it shut. You're gonna have two on this clip, so you're just gonna do the same thing. Snap, snap, like that, and snap them shut. And continue sewing all of the clips on until you have your full piece. And then we'll move on to showing you how to install them. Okay, today we're going to show you how to install a clip set. We are going to start at the bottom and work our way up. Denise has two-tone hair, and so we have two different colors of extensions that we're going to be putting in. These are in between the colors that she has, and they'll work really well. Since her brown is more dominant, that will be going on the top layer, and the blondes will be going underneath. And when they mix together, it'll be a really nice continuum down. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to pull all of this hair up and figure out where you're going to install that first piece. What I like to do is I like to leave enough hair down here for that to grab into, but also enough so that if you were to pull it up, you wouldn't see that first track line. If you know you're going to be wearing the hair down only, then it really doesn't matter, but just in case you kind of go like this or something, you want to make sure that it's not visible. So I'm going to start her first line somewhere about there. Now your lines don't have to be super clean and crisp. All of this is going to be underneath. You want to make sure you don't have a ton of crosshairs, which are these little hairs hanging down. You don't want to get those stuck in there. And if you need to, you can always put another clip lower to hold those out of the way. We are going to put a brown on the bottom since it's the closest to her underlayer. And it's going to be about that wide, which is going to keep it hidden from the sides. Going to take not all of that layer, but a little bit of it. Lift it up. Just kind of give it some light back combing at the base. You don't have to do too much. The whole point with this is just to get the hair going into some different directions. The clips, the teeth on them go straight down, and so if you back comb it, the hairs kind of crisscross a bit, and that gives you more to grip into. So then once you've got that in, you push that into the line, and then you push it down, and it just snaps shut. Like so. And you can give it a couple good tugs, and it shouldn't be going anywhere. You're basically just going to continue going upwards. Denise doesn't have any blonde in this layer, but I'm going to go ahead and add some blonde to it. It doesn't take two people to put in a clip set. You can do this at home pretty easily. I'm just going to do another shorter piece right in the middle. And if it's a tough clip to pop in, you can just stick your finger underneath and push down against your finger too if you can't get it. So there's those two, and that's already quite a bit longer than what she has naturally. You can see that it's going to make a really nice transition. Once you get above the ears, this is where your longer pieces start to come into play, because you're going to start making more of a horseshoe shape parting around the back. And going about 2 finger widths above the track below. And I'm just alternating back and forth between the brown and the blonde. And then when we get to the top, we're going to end on the brown to make it more dominant. And this is wider than the last one we put in. And this one, there's 3 clips, here, here, and here.